Good morning, students. I hope you are all well. Okay, from today, we are going to start with chapter number 8, quadrilaterals. Okay, we are done with chapter number 7, that was triangle. Okay, after that, out of your course, only one chapter will be remaining. That will be chapter number, sorry, I don't remember the number of the chapter, but that will be Heron's formula. Okay, so let us start with the quadrilaterals. For today's class, it is only introduction for quadrilaterals. Okay. So for introduction of quadrilaterals, we will go step by step how that shall be. We will first of all learn what is a quadrilateral, how is it formed, basic properties of quadrilaterals, and then we will move on. Okay. So first of all, let us discuss what is the definition of quadrilaterals. Okay. So what is a quadrilateral? It is a polygon. Once again, all these definitions and statements, you can write them in your class for copy. Okay. And once again, all the questions of this chapter as well, because this is also chapter from geometry, all the questions of this chapter as well are to be done in your homework copy, including examples. So once again, what is a quadrilateral? Quadrilateral is a polygon with 4 sides. Okay, and if anyone asks what is a polygon, a polygon is a two-dimensional figure made up of straight lines and vertices. Okay, made up of a number of straight lines. A polygon is a closed figure made up of number of straight lines. Okay. So let me draw a random quadrilateral for you for reference. This is a random quadrilateral A, B, C, D. It has 4 sides and 4 vertices. Okay, or you can say 4 edges and 4 vertices. Okay. Now properties of quadrilateral. A quadrilateral has 4 sides. It has 4 sides. It has 4 vertices. I'm just pointing out what the general properties we already know. Okay. Apart from this, it has 2 diagonals. So for this case, the diagonals will be AC and BD. This is AC, this is BD. Okay, these are called diagonals of the quadrilaterals. Okay, what more does this quadrilateral have? Now something serious. The sum of all the interior angles is 360 degree. The sum of all the interior angles is 360 degree. Okay, as well as the sum of all the exterior angles is 360 degree. The sum of all the interior angles is 360 degree, as well as sum of all the exterior angle is also 360 degree. Okay, what more can we can say about a quadrilateral? Okay, there is one more thing. A regular quadrilateral is one which have a regular quadrilateral is one which have all of its sides equal, as well as all the interior angles as equal. Okay, so that is what a regular quadrilateral is. In some books, a regular quadrilateral is told to you as a quadrilateral in which only sides are equal but angles are equal as well. Square is the example for that. Okay, so these are some basic properties of quadrilaterals. You know most of them already. I have discussed most of them again. Okay, so we have learned all these properties in our earlier classes, in our previous classes. Okay, so there is nothing new that we have learned till now. We have already studied that sum of all the interior angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. We've already done some questions regarding that, and we already know a quadrilateral only have two diagonals. Okay, and sum of all the exterior angles for any polygon in fact is 360 degree, and we also know about regular polygons and non-regular polygons. Okay, so all of these things have been covered already in previous classes. I'm just revising you a bit. Okay, so now next what we are going to study is, we are going to study about special type of quadrilaterals. Next we are going to study about special type of quadrilaterals. Okay, why we are studying about special type of quadrilaterals? See, irregular quadrilaterals are most common quadrilaterals, but there is no specific use of them. Okay, suppose you might have a study table at your home, and imagine that your study table is in this shape. Will you be able to do proper work? Okay, leave study table. You might be able to arrange something and you might be able to do something about it. What if your television at your home was like this? Your television at your home is a quadrilateral, is a rectangular figure. Okay, what if your television at your home was like this, and you had to watch all the movies that you watch in this shape only? Okay, it might be a bit bothersome, na? Picture quality will distort. You will not understand most of the things. There will be a lot of practical problems as well. So we are studying quadrilaterals. We are studying special type of quadrilaterals. There is a reason for that, because we see these special type of quadrilaterals in our day-to-day life. Okay, so what we want to do is what I want to do is I want to make you realize that you see these type of quadrilaterals in your day-to-day life, you experience them, you use them, and you should know how they work. Okay, so first type of quadrilateral that we are discussing is a parallelogram. Okay, let me draw a parallelogram for you. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral in which both pair of opposite sides are parallel. This here is a parallelogram. Let me name it A, B, C and D. So what is a parallelogram? It is a quadrilateral whose both pair of opposite sides are equal. Okay, it is a quadrilateral whose both pair of opposite sides are not equal. They are although equal, but in the definition we write it as parallel. Okay, what is a parallelogram? Parallelogram is a quadrilateral made up of parallel lines. Okay, how the lines are parallel? See, a quadrilateral have 4 lines. All these 4 lines cannot be parallel. Okay, why so? Because adjacent lines, this line AB and line BC are called adjacent lines. Okay, so adjacent lines are intersecting each other, that means they are not parallel. So what kind of lines can be parallel? The opposite lines can only be parallel. Adjacent lines cannot be parallel. Okay. So opposite lines of parallel. So we make a definition in that manner, that parallelogram is a quadrilateral in which both pair of opposite sides are parallel. That means for the given diagram, AB is parallel to DC. These double lines indicate that AB is parallel to DC. It is the sign for parallel lines. And AD line is parallel to BC line. Okay, in that manner you have a parallelogram. Now, like we discussed the properties of quadrilaterals, we are also going to discuss some properties of parallelogram. Before starting that, let me draw diagonals of this parallelogram for you. So diagonals are AC and DB, same as the previous one. Okay, so let us start with the properties. First property, both pair of opposite sides are parallel. First property is quite simple, both pair of opposite sides are parallel. Second is, both pair of opposite sides are equal. That means AB and DC are equal, AD and BC are equal. What does it mean? It means that your line segment AB and DC are equal, as well as AD and BC are also equal. Moving on. Third, both pair of opposite angles are equal. Both pair of opposite angles are equal. What are the pair of opposite angles here? Here angle D and angle B are pair of opposite angles, as well as angle A and angle C are pair of opposite angles. So that means that angle D is equals to angle B and angle A is equals to angle C. Okay, I am not writing down the basic property of quadrilateral, that sum of all the interior angle is 360 degree, sum of all the exterior angle is 360 degree. Parallelogram contain of 4 lines, there are 4 sides, 4 vertices, 4 angles. I am not writing down that. Okay, why? Because I have already told you that it is a kind of quadrilateral. Parallelogram is a kind of quadrilateral. So with the definition itself, I have said that all the properties of a quadrilateral are acceptable or are induced into the properties of parallelogram. All the properties of quadrilateral are to be included when you think about a parallelogram. Okay. And one more thing to all the students, all these properties should be learned by you by heart. When you come back to the school, I will ask each and every property out of each and every student. Okay, don't take this lightly. If you do not know the property, I cannot help you with the chapter. And I am not going to repeat these properties. These are basic theories. You write them, you learn them. Next, fourth property. Okay, so until now what we have opposite sides parallel, opposite sides equal, both pair of opposite angles equal. Okay, We are done till that. Okay, let us take one more property about the angle. Adjacent pair of angles are supplementary. Adjacent pair of angles are supplementary. So what I mean by adjacent pair of angles, I am saying that sum of angle A and angle B is 180 degree. In the same manner, sum of angle B and angle C is also 180 degree. And similarly, C and D will be supplementary, D and A will be supplementary. Okay. And one more property, last property that you need to remember. Fifth one, we have seen that both pair of opposite sides are parallel, both pair of opposite sides are equal, both pair of opposite angles are equal, adjacent angles are supplementary. After that, there is one more property, that diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. We have diagonals of a parallelogram bisecting each other. Okay, let me enlarge this figure for you. Okay, enlarge. Okay, this figure is not enlarging, so you have to see it adjacent this only. See, let us say that the point of intersection of both the diagonals is O. So what I am trying to say to you is O is the shared midpoint by line segment AC and DB, or you can say that AO length and OB length are equal as well, OC. AO length and OC length are equal as well as OD length and OB length are equal. OD and OB are equal. That is what I mean when I say that diagonals bisect each other. Okay, that means O is the center point or midpoint for line segment AC and line segment BD. So in this manner you have 5 properties of parallelogram. Okay, do learn them. These are very important properties. If you do not get to learn them, you will be unable to do any of the questions in this chapter. Okay, and quite frankly, all your geometry just depends upon the properties and theorems of the geometric figures. If you do not know the properties and theorems of the geometric figures, if you do not know the correct terms, you will be unable to do the correct questions. Okay, so this is all for parallelogram.